The next exit is the future, telemedicine. Meet George Jackson and his daughter Judy. I grew up watching this 1962 cartoon in the early 80s when I was a kid. The Jetsons was one of my favorite cartoons, a story of a family living in the sky with flying cars and robot housekeepers and instant meals, but what captivated me most were the talking screens. I'm actually jealous of my kids. So many of these fantasy concepts from the 1950s 50-year-old cartoon are actually a reality for this generation of kiddos. So enough about my affinity of the Jetsons cartoon. After all, this is a nursing class, so let me bring it back. Does anyone remember the last time your doctor came to your house to take care of you? No? No doctor has ever made a house call for you? Well, yes, in case you did not know, doctors and medical professionals used to actually travel to their patients' homes to care for them on site. So you might be wondering what the Jetsons have to do with house calls. The in-person office visit world of medicine has collided with the explosion of technology, and boy, is it dynamic. The practice of in-person calls became impractical, but it's making a comeback. It's telemedicine or telehealth. Good old-fashioned house calls are being remixed with the power of technology like talking screens, the internet connectivity, and remote network access. It's almost like we're living in the past future with Jetson-style technology. According to the American Academy of Family Physicians, only 13% of family physicians surveyed made regular house calls in 2013, and only 3% made more than two per week. So with a rapidly growing elderly adult population with chronic and acute medical conditions, transporting these fragile bodies to and from medical facilities can be stressful and place the patient at risk. Telemedicine offers an effective means to address these challenges. Telemedicine is not only for the physical ailments we have, it lends itself very well to mental health care as well. Many patients cannot or will not see a mental health care professional in person, and there are those that have limited access to providers. The evidence strongly supports using the telemedicine model for psychotherapy and other mental services to provide improved patient satisfaction and reduce the cost of care. My relationship with mental health telemedicine is personal. My teenage daughter has required mental health therapy for the past 6 years, and in the beginning it was really easy for me to get her to the appointments. But as our lives evolved and mom became a full-time student, nurse, working mama of two, I'm always on the go. So not only is time extremely limited, but so is transporting my daughter to and fro. When faced with the challenge of transporting my daughter to her appointments, I asked the provider if we could do FaceTime instead of in-person face-to-face therapy. Her provider's willingness to adapt with technology has made it possible for my daughter to continue care via FaceTime. So since my teenager was already using the features with like FaceTime to communicate with her friends, it was a natural transition for her mental health care provider. She even said it was better than being face-to-face. So, teens and their tech. In terms of meeting people where they are, teens and tech and mental health care is a match made in heaven. The mental health care provider was equally as surprised at how well the FaceTime therapy session went and has begun offering the option to other busy teens, families, and working professionals. It is such a convenience. So the doctor is calling, quick, go get the iPad. With medicine and technology moving at the speed of light, it is possible to reduce the disparity in access and improve overall health outcomes throughout the world. With each advancement, we are one step closer to optimizing the quality of life or dying with dignity, and distance is no longer a barrier. So welcome, friends. The future is now. The unimaginable life the Jetsons lived is unfolding in real life right before our eyes. We are living in a fast-paced, fascinating time of technology and connectivity worldwide. However, we must remember the healing capacity of the human connection, and it is something that can never be replaced even with the masters of tech. Thank you.